The compo face is a purely British thing. I think it's yet to catch on in other countries. If you're not aware of what a compo face is, allow me to explain. Actually, it's probably best I just show you because it's just easier to show you. It's a face. Okay, here we go. We've got a perfect example of a compo face. Grandmother threatened with eviction unless she reverses her £30,000 garden makeover. It's basically people who go to the newspaper with their little sort of squabble. I mean, this one's not really so much a little squabble, but a lot of the time it's like, oh, my steak bake wasn't hot enough. It's like people looking for some form of compensation by going to the news about their pointless stories. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. Let's look a little bit more into this. Grandmother threatened with eviction unless she reverses... I mean, was she renting the house? If she was renting the house, I think it's very stupid to spend 30 grand on a garden makeover. Or is this just like a stupid planning permission thing? A planning permission is sometimes a bit it overreaches a bit. Oh, okay, right. She paved the entire garden now that all the rain runoff is a neighbour's problem. Okay, yeah. This is a case in which I think planning permission is probably required. She paved the entire... She paid 30 grand to just pave it. She paved it for 30... She spent 30 grand doing that, making her garden look probably way worse. Okay, apparently it's worse than that. She didn't have planning permission. She didn't install drains. She claimed she did, but they're weep holes in massive amounts of concrete she's had put in. She didn't deal with runoff rainwater, which now drains into neighbouring properties. She hasn't installed any safety features, even though there are obvious danger spots in the garden. The ground isn't even level. She spent 30 grand on this. It's way higher than it needs to be, so it needs to be level, so it's probably pressing on neighbours' fences and overlooking their gardens as well. Who does she pay to do this? Found the article. Oh, mate. Can this ad fuck off? Like, I'm scrolling. Okay, there we go. It's fucked off now. Brighton Grand could be evicted over £30,000 makeover. Come on. 30 grand. Let's see a picture of it. No. Renita sent £30,000 transforming the garden. Mate, that looks so bad. So bad. 30 grand. Finally, in 2023, after many years of saving, the mother of three enlisted the help of a friend's landscaping business. They mugged you off. 30 fucking... 30 grand. To just put a few paving stones down. 30 fucking grand. The steps aren't even level. Look at the fucking steps. Are you joking? Mate, it shouldn't be... The council are doing you a favour asking you to tear this down. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, Airbnb owner told to destroy luxury cabins built without permission. Yeah, the thing is, right, if it's not infringing on anyone else's land, if it doesn't really bother anyone else, I don't really see the reason for having to get planning permission for so that is a nice looking cat. I'd be fucking gutted if I was ordered to. Also, right, this could be a stupid question, but what if they just don't? Like, it's their land. They own the land. Do the council have like the right to come on and just knock it down? If so, that's absolute bollocks. Oh, I remember this article. This was doing the rounds a few months ago. I make £7,600 a month, but £2,600 goes on childcare. All right. I mean, that I don't know how much childcare is, but okay. Yasmin Taylor from Kent is a tech consultant and single mother of 2 young children. Her biggest outgoing is £2,600 per month on childcare. The children's father also helps with... Right, so she's not paying all that too. That seems like... I don't know how much childcare is supposed to be, but that seems like a fucking lot. I studied and worked hard to get a job that pays a great salary, but I feel like I'm being punished for having children, she says. I mean, I don't think so. You still got five... I mean, even if you paid this whole lot yourself, you still got £5 grand a month. And I'm guessing that's after tax. I don't know what we'll do. Vapors panic buy ahead of disposables ban. Okay, like in the least... I mean, it's going to sound rude, innit? Yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to say... If a lost Mary were a person... Do you know what I mean? If a lost Mary were a person. If the phrase, I can't find my vape were a person. I can't wank because AI hates my tattooed combo face. Oh, I saw this article. It is a stupid law. I've spoken about it in a previous video. It is a fucking stupid law. But why would you go to the news with this? I'll try and find the article because it's literally... The article is basically headlined something along the lines of, I can't wank because... Because, like, okay, I'll try and find it. Like, I can't wank because of my face tattoos. So this is the headline from the Metro. Britain's most tattooed man can't watch porn under new rules because it doesn't recognise his face. Imagine going to the news going, I can't wank. Maybe if you make a story about this, I could start wanking again. Britain's most tattooed man has a lot more time on his hands and not a lot else thanks to new porn laws. They've done him so dirty there. What do you mean he's got a lot more time on his hands? How long was he spending wanking before? Wheelchair-bound tourist 60 is robbed by 3 Thai prostitutes after he took trio back to his hotel room. Okay, look, mate. I don't know what you expected. You took on a 3v1, right? They're obviously going to win. They're obviously going to be able to rob you if they want to. Why would you go to that? Why? He's gone to the police. Mate, just cut your losses. Cut your losses. You've now been embarrassed in front of the entire nation. Where was it say? 3 ladies robbed 6,000 plus £150, 100. Okay, right. I'm guessing that means they've stolen a few grand off him. All right. Would you rather £6,000 in your account, but a picture of you goes viral with your shirt off for being robbed by 3 Thai prostitutes that you hired, or not have that £6,000? I think I'm picking the latter. This is just going to haunt him like a curse for the rest of his life. I don't see how it's enforceable. Pub gutters react to idea of beer garden smoking ban. Yeah, it's just not enforceable, is it? I remember when Labour propositioned this like a few months ago, and everyone just kind of laughed at them, and we haven't heard anything since. So I guess it's not going to go ahead. But that was such a fucking stupid idea. I left my husband and kids for an Egyptian lover, but what happened next broke me. Julia Clark, 53. Why would you go to the news with this story? Why would you go to the news? What is wrong with these people? Why are these people just attracted to embarrassing themselves in the news? Why would you go to the fucking Daily Star with this? Yeah, I left my husband and kids for like this Egyptian guy and he broke my heart. Julia Clark, 53, from Lincoln, left her husband of 15 years and 3 children to start a new life with a man she'd never met in person. But it all went horribly wrong. Oh, that's never happened before. You know, like a woman leaves her husband to meet with a man from a faraway land she'd never met before. When has that ever gone wrong? This is, I know it's not the same, but it kind of reminds me of the woman who was like cheating on her husband with who she thought was Brad Pitt, but it was just like an AI of him. It kind of reminds me, I know it's not the same, but anything like this just reminds me of that now. I don't know how can you go to the fucking Daily Star newspaper and sit by a fountain looking all sad? Have some fucking common sense. This is a lesson learnt. This is a very valuable lesson learnt, not to trust people on the internet. Trans flag infringes on my Christian rights compo. Wait, so has this person posed next to a crossing looking really sad? You can just not look at it, you know. You can just not acknowledge it. I don't know why people care so much about stuff like that. It literally doesn't affect you at all. It's literally a road crossing. I spent more than 25 grand transforming my home and now my millionaire landlord is kicking me out. It's outrageous. Why would you spend 25 grand transforming a house that isn't yours? Use that towards a deposit. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, okay, right. So he lived there for 20. Okay, that's understandable. That's understandable that you would spend that much over a 22-year span. That is a nice house as well. I'd be well gutted. I feel sorry for this guy. This guy. He's got a valid compo face on. I thought it was like he lived there for like a year or two, but no, he spent 22 years living there. Spent 25k on transforming the house into. It says transforming. It doesn't say renovating. In fairness, that could just be furniture. That could be all sorts of things. 25 grand over 22 years. I feel sorry for him. He doesn't deserve to be on r/compo face. Edinburgh landlord said he's lost £40,000 due to short-term Let's Crackdown. Oh, wanker. Okay, right. Can't burn a bonfire next to an electrical substation that powers 2 hospitals on a site full of asbestos compo face. Billy says this is another attack on their culture. What? Okay, I need to find this article. Where the fuck is this? Yeah, okay, right. More asbestos fragments found near South Belfast bonfire. Fucking hell! I was expecting it to just be like a little fire pit. What the fuck is that? Mate, that's a skyscraper. What? Look at him climbing it. What is this for? Because there's a lady here who says, so Carol says that the bonfire means everything to the community. Okay, I need to do a little bit more I need to know what this bonfire is all about. Bonfires are lit as part of 11th night celebration in some unionist areas of Northern Ireland. I'm not going to pretend to know what that means. Wait, they're out in full force. Residents are furious after a gate went up overnight on a private road. Why? Why is this newsworthy? It's not, is the answer to that. Let's try and find the article. All right, neighbours have apparently been blocked from their homes after a shopkeeper installs barriers. Oh, it blocked them from their own driveways, apparently. Okay, wait. So they have used a private road to access their homes for decades, one neighbour said, but they don't live on the private road, which would imply there's another way to park on their driveways that isn't through the private roads. He's probably put up this gate to stop them driving through his fucking private road. Oh, this is so boring. It's like this. I think the shopkeeper and them are having disagreements about who's putting in the most money for tarmac. This is such boring council nonsense. Like, I would hate to work for this council having to deal with these fucking bickering idiots. We knocked 100k off our second home, but locals don't want to buy it. Oh no! Oh no! You can't sell your second home! Oh Oh, you must be left in such a pickle. Despite huge discounts, holiday homes struggle to appeal to families and first-time buyers. Yeah, probably because all the people buying second homes, I'm guessing this will be like Cornwall or somewhere like that, because people buying second homes in these areas have priced out locals. That's probably why you can't sell it for 100k off. We've cut back on holidays and stopped employing a cleaner. Who's gonna fucking clean your house now? Meet the middle class poor. The cost of living crisis is redefining what it means to be middle class in the UK and stripping luxuries once taken for granted. Oh man, won't someone think of Andy here? He's had to cut back on his holidays and he's had to take the cleaner off the payroll. Fucking hell, poor Andy. Why would you go to the news with this? Like, I think it's something that's like you can feel like personally upset about that you can no longer afford these luxuries that you used to be able to afford. Why the fuck would you go to the Telegraph and go, I can't afford to employ a cleaner anymore? Why would you do that? That's so... That's so stupid. And it just shows how, like, unself-aware, like, a lot of these people are. They go, like, everyone on this subreddit is so unself-aware. Not the people posting on here, but, like, the people in the articles and everything. They're so unself-aware. Like, what did this guy think people were going to empathize with him when he says we've had to cut back on holidays and stopped employing clean? You could be disappointed about that yourself. You could be upset about that. But why are you going to the news about it? Elizabeth says she was devastated to put herself in debt to the tune of 2,700. Okay, right. This was over Oasis tickets, I think. The next day I looked at my phone and saw £2,700 pending from my bank account. I don't know how it even happened. It's actually devastated to put myself in debt for that amount of money. Yeah, so apparently they spent that money on Oasis tickets. She said, I've been on Ticketmaster for years. We've been to the likes of Adele. I'm not stupid. The fact you spend 2,700 on Oasis tickets has determined that was a lie. Surely you know what you're paying. But I mean, I don't really buy gig tickets. I don't really go to gigs that much. And if I do, it's ones that I don't need to be like on the money for. I don't need to be up at I don't need to be one of those people that's up at like 8 a.m. buying tickets. Like, I think the last gig I went to was the epic rap battles of history. I don't really go to gigs. Is this just a thing like you just put your name down for them and they just take the money out of your account? Because that seems flawed. I don't think that's how it works though. Ash Williams from Chatham and Shannon Bai from Sittingbourne were left in complete darkness when they arrived at their hotel in Portugal on Monday. This is a classic compo face. These two, like, she's pulling a bit too much of a face there. He's looking a bit too stern. They are out for that £500 TUI compensation voucher. They're hunting it down like sniffer dogs. Okay, right, I'm not going to show you the picture. I got kicked out of my local pool for wearing a snorkel. I think you can guess what he's wearing in the compo face, but he's stood outside the leisure centre side with his fucking snorkel on. I don't think you needed to do that, mate. Fucking stupid. I love this country. This country's so dumb. Oh no. This is an exclusive hot story straight off the presses. Our town is being taken over by hipsters. They're painting murals and asking for avocado. They're asking for avocado. What kind of woke nonsense is that? They're asking for avocado and painting. They're making the town look more bright and vibrant. These fucking hipsters. Why don't they just eat their fucking beans on toast and paint the walls grey? Woman and her dad upset with €2,600 fine for multiple speeding violations. Okay, this isn't a proper British compo face. It has crossed the English Channel. So how can you complain? Like, how can you go to a newspaper and complain about speeding? Like, the rules are there. You can't go to the newspaper and go, yeah, but it's not fair. It's not fair. Were you speeding? Yeah, I was, but it's not fair. Can't find the article. I'm gonna be a fool and trust this information on the internet is true. I'm gonna trust it's true. A man has been left fuming and will turn his back on Asda after being charged £65 for a single clove of garlic in his latest delivery. He looks absolutely fucking seething. He's gotten his Asda delivery. He's been like, oh, where's the rest of it? I paid £65 for this delivery. The delivery driver just handed him like one clove of garlic. He's been straight on the phone to We Are Barnsley. He'll never go back to Asda again. They've lost a very loyal customer. Street in Bath ruined by eyesore Virgin Media telecoms box. He stood there with his dog. Has it? I think it's fine. I think if you want good internet, it's probably a pretty good trade-off just having a small grey box on your street. Bailiffs take couple's £22,000 car after they fail to pay £35 bus gate fine. That's bullshit in fairness, but look at that. That's a very poor arm cross. Who crosses their arm like that? Nah, gotta go for that. Stern. You're stern with the bailiffs that took your £22,000 car. Oh, mate, why would you go to the news about this? Why would you go to the news? Size matters. I've got the world's smallest penis. Women laugh at me and I've given up on dating, but there might be one last hope. What? Michael, mate, why would you go to the news about this? You don't need to go to the news. You could have kept this. You didn't need to plaster yourself all over the news about this. If you think you're being ridiculed enough in your private life, brother, you're about to get ridiculed a whole lot more. You're fucking joking. The birds are too loud. Compo. Fucking pose for this image. Crazy. Brilliant. I need to find this article. How is this news? Is this in this looks like it's in the most boring town in England, in fairness. This was probably front page news. The birds are a bit louder this year for some reason. Okay, it's not in England. This is in is that Denmark? If this is in Denmark, it would explain a lot. That's a boring country. I'm sorry, Danish people. When did you ever hear of anything coming out of Denmark except Lego? A year-long battle against noisy birds. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh man, how will you cope? How will you cope? Like and subscribe or you'll be tormented by noisy birds for the next year.